Hi, my name is Stephanie Anderson, and I am a foodie for Jesus. It's that time of year. If you're listening to this video blog or watching it at the time that I posted, it's that time of year when a lot of people are getting into the mindset of thinking about the new year. So, a lot of times that means making resolutions related to food and things that they're going to change starting January 1. But then in anticipation of that, it's also like part of that plan is just going crazy with the food over through the month of December, right? As like, oh, enjoying the holidays, just binging out on whenever you want, and then things are going to change January 1. That was me for so long. I would set this lofty goal, things that I thought that I could attain, and it just wouldn't happen. I mean, I would expect that it would strike midnight on the new year, and that all of a sudden, boom, everything was going to be better. It was going to be perfect, and I'm going to really be able to make this like lasting change. And that never happened. Um, because the reality is that so often times lasting change is more of a process than it is this flip of the switch event, which is what I always wanted. And I know I know that those things happen sometimes. It does. They do happen. But in my case, related to food, I always wanted that to happen, and it never did. I could plan and plan and plan and plan and plan, and set up goals for tracking my set up plans for tracking my goals and all sorts of different things, and it didn't happen. And I typically ended up feeling beat up by my goal because it left me feeling very wounded and not capable and frustrated and like a failure. And it wasn't a good thing at all. So as I'm thinking about going into the new year and I'm thinking about goals that I have, because I like having goals. I'm very goal oriented, and I like setting goals that are attainable, but yet enough of a stretch that I feel like I'm working towards something. In fact, I just registered for a marathon that I'm going to be running next year. That's probably a whole other topic for another video blog. But I'm thinking about goals related to that, and I'm thinking about the planning. I really enjoy planning, and so that it's very exciting for me, and it's also running because of my food issue being under control has just opened up this joy I found in running, and just this time that I use also to connect with the Lord, and it's just been awesome. So I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent about running. I'll cover more about the marathon stuff at another time, but let's get back to talking about goals. So if you're listening to this, watching this, and it is December and you're gearing up for a big New Year's resolution related to food, or maybe you're looking at some sort of major change you want. If you're like me, like you set a certain date and that was the date you're going to do it, and that's the date it's going to happen, and everything's going to change, I want you to rethink that a little bit. And think about maybe what is something else that you can do. Specifically, how can you invite the Lord into your goal and into this lasting change and make it something bigger? So my issue has really been food for so long. And this last year and this video blog has been really about that freedom that I've experienced because I really turned it over. I repented. I recognized it. I recognized the sin that it was. I turned that over, and then just waited on the Lord with this sense of trust as well as desperation. And how can you, in your situation, invite the Lord into it and that lasting change? Because you may think you need the next diet book, you may think you need this next program, you may need to think you need whatever, but the Lord knows what exactly it is that you need. So and sometimes it comes in something different than we expect, right? So I want to just leave you with a verse to think about as you're thinking about your resolution, and maybe adjusting it from something food related to something that's deeper, that gets to the core of the issue. So the verse that I would like you to ponder when you're considering your New Year's resolution is Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Thank you so much for joining today. I look forward to next time.